Hmm. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are looking deep within the mind at the recognition of divine love, pure joy, unconditional love. And this comes with clarity. This comes with devotion. This comes with decision. Decide who you are by accepting the correction that the Holy Spirit has given, the remembrance of God's love, the reminder of the eternal nature of Christ, of true identity. So I titled today's talk, Identity, Confusion, Healing. And we are going to really look at fearing disappearing into love. All the fears of the world are not what they seem. All the doubts, self-doubts are not what they seem. All the projections of the air onto time and space, it's not what it seems. It's all just a fear of divinity, a fear of God's love, a fear of true identity as Christ. So, how beautiful. I have some beautiful passages from A Course in Miracles to explore today. And also, I have some songs from my friend Christopher Todd. The first one is called Identity Confusion. And the second song is called Fearing Disappearing. So, how beautiful that we can dive into this in such a deep, deep, deep way and really look at what is going on here when we're opening up to really be free, be absolutely free of error and accept the truth of our very, very being. So the first thing we're going to visit from Jesus in A Course in Miracles today is from the Manual for Teachers, and it's titled number 7, Should Healing Be Repeated? We're getting clear about form and content. Whenever we think of form, don't think of the healing in terms of the form. The form is unreal effect of an unreal cause. Yeah. A healed body and a sick body. A body without symptoms and a body with symptoms. These are reflections. Form to the Holy Spirit is a mirror. It's not causative. It's not where anything can be found. You could say the world of form, the cosmos of time and space, of linear time and bodies and so forth, it's an unreal effect of an unreal cause, and you have been misinformed if you think there's meaning there. Lesson number 1 from the workbook of A Course in Miracles, nothing I see means anything. Lesson number 2, I've given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. Lesson number 3, I do not understand what anything is for. It can't be understood. Form doesn't have meaning. When you decide upon the form of what you want, you lose the understanding of its purpose. And the purpose in the mind is forgiveness. And the Holy Spirit overlooks the defiled altar and looks to the light of the atonement. And that is our task in healing, to look with the Holy Spirit, to not see error, to know the truth of our identity and the truth of our very being. So when we get into this question, it's an interesting question in the Manual for Teachers. Should healing be repeated? Because you can hear that be repeated involves time, and healing doesn't really involve time. Healing is simply accepting what is, the power of the mind, the cause of God, the wholeness of perception, the wholeness of identity. So this is what Jesus has to say. This question really answers itself. Healing cannot be repeated. If the patient is healed, what remains to heal him from? And if the healing is certain, as we have already said it is, what is there to repeat? For a teacher of God to remain concerned about the result of healing is to limit the healing. It is now the teacher of God himself whose mind needs to be healed, and it is this he must facilitate. He is now the patient, and he must so regard himself. He has made a mistake and must be willing to change his mind about it. He lacked the trust that makes for giving truly, and so he has not received the benefit of his gift. Whenever a teacher of God has tried to be a channel for healing, he has succeeded. Should he be tempted to doubt this, he should not repeat his previous effort. That was already maximal because the Holy Spirit so accepted it and so used it. Now the teacher of God has only one course to follow. He must use his reason to tell himself that he has given the problem to one who cannot fail, and must recognize that his own uncertainty is not love but fear, and therefore hate. His position has thus become untenable, for he is offering hate to one to whom he offered love. This is impossible. Having offered love, only love can be received. It is in this that the teacher of God must trust. This is what is really meant by the statement that the one responsibility of the miracle worker is to accept the atonement for himself. The teacher of God is a miracle worker because he gives the gifts he has received. Yet he must first accept them. He need do no more, nor is there more that he could do. By accepting healing, he can give it. If he doubts this, let him remember who gave the gift and who received it. Thus is his doubt corrected. He thought the gifts of God could be withdrawn. That was a mistake, but hardly one to stay with. And so the teacher of God can only recognize it for what it is and let it be corrected for him. One of the most difficult temptations to recognize is that to doubt a healing because of the appearance of continuing symptoms is a mistake in the form of attack, of lack of trust. And such it is an attack. Usually it seems to be just the opposite. It does appear unreasonable at first to be told that continued concern is attack. It has all the appearances of love, yet love without trust is impossible, and doubt and trust cannot coexist. And hate must be the opposite of love, regardless of the form it takes. Doubt not the gift, and it is impossible to doubt its result. This is the certainty that gives God's teachers the power to be miracle workers, for they have put their trust in Him. The real basis for doubt about the outcome of any problem that has been given to God's teachers for resolution is always self-doubt. And that necessarily implies that trust has been placed in an illusory self, for only such a self can be doubted. This illusion can take many forms. Perhaps there is a fear of weakness and vulnerability. Perhaps there is a fear of failure and shame associated with a sense of inadequacy. Perhaps there is a guilty embarrassment stemming from false humility. The form of the mistake is not important. What is important is only the recognition of a mistake as a mistake. The mistake is always some form of concern with the self to the exclusion of the patient. It is a failure to recognize him as part of the Christ self, and thus represents a confusion in identity. Conflict about what you are has entered your mind, and you have become deceived about yourself. And you are deceived about yourself because you have denied the source of your creation. If you are offering only healing, you cannot doubt. If you really want the problem solved, you cannot doubt. If you are certain what the problem is, You cannot doubt. Doubt is the result of conflicting wishes. Be sure of what you want, and doubt becomes impossible. And it mentioned the atonement in there, accepting the atonement. That's our next reading. We jump to the workbook, lesson 139. I will accept atonement for myself. Here is the end of choice, for here we come to a decision to accept ourselves as God created us. And what is choice except uncertainty of what we are? There is no doubt that is not rooted here. There is no question but reflects this one. There is no conflict that does not entail the single simple question, what am I? Yet who could ask this question except one who has refused to recognize himself? Only refusal to accept yourself could make the question seem to be sincere. The only thing that can be surely known by any living thing is what it is. From this one point of certainty, it looks on other things as certain as itself. Uncertainty about what you must be is self-deception on a scale so vast, its magnitude can hardly be conceived. To be alive and not to know yourself is to believe that you are really dead. For what is life except to be yourself, and what but you can be alive instead? Who is the doubter? What is it he doubts? Whom does he question? Who can answer him? He merely states that he is not himself, and therefore being something else becomes a questioner of what that something is. Yet he could never be alive at all unless he knew the answer. If he asks as if he does not know, it merely shows he does not want to be the thing he is. He has accepted it because he lives, has judged against it and denied its worth, and has decided that he does not know the only certainty by which he lives. Thus he becomes uncertain of his life, for what it is has been denied by him. It is for this denial that you need atonement. Your denial made no change in what you are, but you have split your mind into what knows and does not know the truth. You are yourself. There is no doubt of this, and yet you doubt it. But you do not ask what part of you can really doubt yourself. It cannot really be a part of you that asks this question, for it asks of one who knows the answer. Were it part of you, then certainty would be impossible. Atonement remedies the strange idea that it is possible to doubt yourself and be unsure of what you really are. This is the depth of madness, yet it is the universal question of the world. What does this mean except the world is mad? Why share its madness in the sad belief that what is universal here is true? Nothing the world believes is true. It is a place whose purpose is to be a home where those who claim they do not know themselves can come to question what it is they are. And they will come again until the time atonement is accepted and they learn it is impossible to doubt yourself and not to be aware of what you are. Only acceptance can be asked of you, for what you are is certain. It is set forever in the holy mind of God and in your own. It is so far beyond all doubt and question that to ask what it must be is all the proof you need to show that you believe the contradiction that you know not what you cannot fail to know. Is this a question or a statement which denies itself in statement? Let us not allow our holy minds to occupy themselves with senseless musings such as this. We have a mission here. We did not come to reinforce the madness that we once believed in. Let us not forget the goal that we accepted. It is more than just our happiness alone we came to gain. What we accept as what we are proclaims what everyone must be along with us. Fail not your brothers, or you fail yourself. Look lovingly on them, that they may know that they are part of you, and you of them. This does Atonement teach and demonstrates the oneness of God's Son is unassailed by his beliefs he knows not what he is. Today, accept Atonement, not to change reality, but to merely to accept the truth about yourself and go your way rejoicing in the endless love of God. It is but this that we are asked to do. It is but this that we will do today. 5 minutes in the morning and at night we will devote to dedicate our minds to our assignment for today. We start with this review of what our mission is. I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. We have not lost the knowledge that God gave to us when he created us like him. We can remember it for everyone, for in creation are all minds as one. And in our memory is the recall of how dear our brothers are to us in truth, how much a part of us is every mind, how faithful they have really been to us, and how our Father's love contains them all. In thanks for all creation, in the name of its Creator and his oneness with all aspects of creation, we repeat our dedication to our cause today, each hour as we lay aside all thoughts that would distract us from our holy aim. For several minutes, let your mind be cleared of all the foolish cobwebs which the world would weave around the holy Son of God, and learn the fragile nature of the chains that seem to keep the knowledge of yourself apart from your awareness as you say, I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. So, we have two beautiful songs today to punctuate our beautiful awareness of healing. Identity, confusion, healing, and fearing disappearing into love. Fear of being the Christ, fear of being one with God, fear of spirit, fear of the eternal nature of reality, fear of the changelessness of heaven. We're willing to question it, to drop it, accept the truth. The truth is true and only truth is true. Only love is real. Yeah. So let's listen to our first song from Christopher, Identity Confusion.
I woke up wondering who I am, what mask I wear, what kind of man. So many layers I thought were me, but now they're cracking, I start to see. Fear creeps in when the mask falls down. The priest, the poet, the talk of the town. But under the costume, soft and worn, is the holy child reborn. Identity confusion, oh what a gift. The lies are falling, the veil's been ripped. I'm not the title, I'm not the name. I am the light before the day. I planted deep confusion, oh what a gift. The lies are falling, the veil's been ripped. I'm not the title, I'm not the name. I am the light before the game. I tried new masks, I tried new roles. A man, a woman, a fox, a mole. But all of them were just delay. A ferret costume hides the way. Each label I wore like a second skin was fear, pretending to keep me in, but fear dissolves when light appears, and so do all the ego's fears. Do I dare stand bare in grace with no disguise, no hiding place? Yes, I dare. The truth is kind. The holy self is not confined. Identity confusion. Thank God it came. I dropped the story. I dropped the shame. I'm not replacing. I'm not disguised. I'm the Christ on costume realized. Identity confusion, thank God it came. I dropped the story, I dropped the shame. I'm not replacing, I'm not disguised. I'm the Christ uncostumed realized.
Identity confusion. And our next song from Christopher is Fearing Disappearing.
I used to fear the fade, like who I was would wash away. But now I see the masquerade. It's safe to let the mask decay. It's scary till it's not. This death of roles that we are not. We thought we vanished, disappear, but who we are is always near. Fearing disappearing, come and dance. You're not losing truth, you're losing chance. To think what never was the way. Let spirit take the stage today. Oh, we thought the struggle made us whole, but it just blocked the shining soul. The drama was a sweet disguise to keep the light from waking eyes. But now we welcome every crack, each loss of self that brings us back. No need to fear the letting go. The flow of truth begins to blow. The shadow whispers you'll be gone, but the true self sings a brighter song. We are the light we used to chase. Dissolve the fear, reveal the grace. Fearing disappearing, not today. We welcome loss of roles we play. The glue of fear no longer sticks. We rise in love, no more tricks. Oh, fearing disappearing, come and dance. You're not losing truth, you're losing chance. To fake what never was the way. Let spirit take the stage today. Oh.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Wow. There we go. Identity confusion healing. Fearing disappearing into love. We welcome the love. We welcome the truth. We welcome the fact of Christ. We welcome the eternal, changeless nature of life itself, is spirit. We welcome the glorious extension of light and spirit. Who I am always, who I will forever be. Have a beautiful day. Shine your light. Share your joy. Be happy. Remember, a healed mind does not plan. Just listen, trust, follow that inner guide. Be intuitive. Be 100% intuitive. Just pray and listen and follow. Be the light of the world.